There's Nirvana right here on the Ninja Troll Digicast, celebrating the grunge tonight as per the lovely Laura. She flexed her musical muscle last week, and she said, you know what, guys? I'm a child of the 90s. I like the grunge, so that's what we're going with. And, well, you know, when a woman puts her foot down, you just got to go with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not like we don't like grunge.
Well,
Chuck doesn't.
No, I said during earlier song, The Chemicals Between Us, you know, I'm surprised that I didn't like this stuff back then. Now I like it.
Yeah.
But back then, you know, this is what killed hair metal.
That is true, but that doesn't mean it wasn't good music.
Oh, well, yeah. But I was still bitter about that. And if anybody holds on to a grudge, folks, it is me.
Oh, brother, it's you.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Grammy Awards.
Let's.
You know, for me, this year, it was just kind of, just, you know, it's like the biggest night in music. They celebrate the artist, and it was just kind of, you know.
Yeah, well, I didn't actually get to watch it. I actually had to work that night.
Mm-hmm.
But I did look up some of the performances online.
Well, listen, for one thing that I do have to mention, Kelly Clarkson, wow. The performance she did where she was paying homage to the women of music, Living Legend Awards, and awards that were given to some of the Grammy people there. It was a really good thing. It was a really good performance. She did, let's see, she paid respects to Aretha. She also...
And Patsy Cline, I think.
Carole
King. Yeah. And she really did a very good job. The performances were good.
Yeah.
I will say that. To hear, of course, now I like Mumford & Sons, and I was talking to Tim earlier about that. He says not so much. He just...
Yeah, I mean, they're all right, but I just don't get it. I mean...
Well, it is an acquired taste, I will say that. But then you had performances, and they did a lot of mixing up there. You know, they had people from the past Grammys.
Well, yeah, they do that a lot on the Grammys.
To join, like the Black Keys had a fellow to surface that I haven't heard from in years, Dr. John.
Yeah.
And he looked like he was ready for the George Clinton convention now. I mean, he had on, it was really, really, he was celebrating the Mardi Gras. That's all I can say about that.
He is from New Orleans. So.
Yes. Also, another performance that sticks in my head is the Bruno Mars performance with Ziggy and Damien.
Yes. And Rihanna, Riri was out there.
Yes, and Sting.
And Sting.
It was an amazing performance until Rihanna walked out.
Yeah.
Well, I was just waiting. I was waiting to see, you know, how much of her upper half was going to cover the tattoo that runs underneath her bosom.
Well, you know what? There wasn't a whole lot to the upper half of her dress because it really wasn't half.
Yeah, that was actually. I'm glad to say I have no idea. Had no idea about the tattoos that she has.
Me
I
neither.
was actually seeing it, and I'm watching it on YouTube, so you're never quite sure with the quality that you're getting. So I actually asked Chuck. I was like, "Does she have a tattoo under her boobs?"
Yes. Yes, and you know what? Another tattoo, while we're talking about her, another tattoo that she has a pistol on her finger, tattooed on the top part of her finger, first index finger. She is, and there's nothing wrong with tattoos. I do have tattoos. But, I mean, she's got them, man. She's got them. And clothes of the night, got to give it up to J-Lo there. You know, what she couldn't expose, what she could expose. Wow.
And Katy Perry.
Oh,
Holy moly.
California girls. That's all I can say. Bam, bam, bam. It was like that.
She does know how to fill a dress.
Yes. So, Tim,
But, yes.
I've watched on YouTube and I've heard some other people saying, you know what, CBS, get over yourself. It's all about the flamboyant clothes, and that's part of it. What do you think?
Well, I think of course, there's a happy medium that you can hit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all about the flashy clothes.
Mm-hmm. But it's part of it.
Yeah, it's part of it. But I think what they expected and the rules that they put out were to keep them from running into another situation like the Super Bowl a couple years ago with Janet Jackson. So
Yes.
Quite frankly,
Thank
most
you,
people are
Justin
going to ignore
Timberlake.
that anyway. Huh?
I said thank you, Justin Timberlake.
He had his suit and tie. But yeah, I think the clothes thing was. I think that memo was put out at a strategic time to get attention,
Right.
to make people go, oh, well, I wonder who's going to break that email. So they tuned in to watch, and they tuned in, and from the performances that I saw, there was some really great performances. I think LL Cool J and Chuck D,
Wow.
they killed it.
Yeah, they really did.
That was absolutely awesome.
They really did. That whole thing there to the Beastie Boys when they threw that in.
Yeah.
And listen, Tom Morello, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, he's an awesome guitarist.
Now, who's the drummer? Who was the drummer that was part of that?
That was Travis Barker. He's the drummer for Blink-182.
Okay. You know what? If there is ever an Angus Young on the drums, it would be that fellow. It would be, wow, he is all over the place, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a hell of a drummer.
Yeah.
And just anytime I can see Chuck D rapping, it's awesome. I love Chuck D.
And so for that, yes, it was a good night for that. But overall, man, it was just you know.
Yeah,
can't say
I
it
saw
enough.
a lot of people complaining about the Bob Marley tribute because they say, okay, this is a Bob Marley tribute, but they come out and Bruno Mars plays Locked Out of Heaven, and Sting comes out and plays that with him, and then they play Walking on the Moon. So they're now having a Bob Marley tribute when nobody's playing any Bob Marley music.
Well,
Now they did get into Bob Marley when
his
Marleys-
children came out there.
Yeah, when they came out, they actually got into the Bob Marley music. It just seemed weird to have Bob Marley's face up above them when Bruno Mars and Sting. I mean, and granted, it was a great performance of both of the songs, but it didn't have anything to do with Bob Marley.
Well,
I'd say let them perform, then put his picture up and say, now we're going to pay tribute to Bob Marley.
Except that what they were saying was that Sting was influenced by Bob Marley.
Yes.
And Bruno was influenced by Sting.
Yes.
So they were paying tribute because Bruno was influenced by proxy through Sting. Sting
Yes.
was influenced by Bob Marley, so by them performing their music, they were paying tribute to Bob Marley.
Yeah. I
And then going into his
understand.
music.
I understand what they were going for, but
Yeah.
I can also understand people complaining about it.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
people are always going to complain.
Well,
look
yeah.
here. I look at it like this. Okay, anytime that you are able to play Bruno Mars and his current song, you know what?
Yeah.
Lord love you, have at it. I mean, because it is a very, very catchy tune.
And throwing in Sting in there, that
Yeah.
was great.
Yes.
Sting is one of my all-time favorites. So, but the Police were always reggae based. So yes, they were definitely influenced by Bob Marley. So
Oh, yeah. And the first thing I said when I heard Bruno Mars's first new song, what was the first thing I said?
It sounds like the Police.
Yeah.
yeah,
And it really, honestly and truly, to hear Sting sing the song, yes, you know exactly the sound where that comes from. So
yeah.
got to give it up to him for that. All right, so what have we got coming up next, Tim?
Coming up after this, we're gonna take a look at the seamy underbelly of one of the Ninja Trolls music collection. It's time for iTunes Roulette again.
Retro.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I hope it don't land on me.
This could be bad.
All right. And, of course, you can find us more about the Ninja Troll over on our website. Go to theninjatrollshow.com. There you have photos of myself, the lovely Laura, and Tim. You can get a little bit of insight there, where you can also see some of the stuff that we have been seeing on YouTube. And just go on over and check it out. And you know what? Announce that you're a Ninja Troll. Put it up on your Facebook. Let everybody know.
Absolutely.
That's what we got to say about that.
And while you're putting it up on your Facebook, go over to facebook.com/Ninja Troll Digicast and like that too while you're there.
Oh,
See what I did there?
yeah. Hey, Dan says in true fashion of Bob Marley, they all got stoned, then forgot what they were doing when they got up on the stage.
It would not shock me at all.
Hey, folks, we're celebrating your grunge tonight. Here's Stone Temple Pilots and Dead and Bloated.
I am